And good afternoon, everyone. This is John and Shawn with Pure Adrenaline Fantasy Sports. Just wanted to hop in and do another quick video here before the NFC and AFC Championship games start. Shawn, you were down in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Welcome back. First off,
Yeah.
How was the snow and how much did you guys get?
Probably about 2 to 3 feet.
Nice.
60 mile per hour winds. It wasn't fun.
No.
especially walking in it. It was not fun when it's up to your knees.
Yeah, that's a lot of snow. We didn't get anything here in the Poconos, just a little dusting. So we were able to miss most of that. So that's good on our part. But we got the games here starting in about 15 minutes. I did a live stream this morning. I was on with NFL Chaos with Jeremy. We went over both games. But looking here at Cincinnati and Kansas City, mid 40s for the game, partly cloudy. So weather looks good. Bengals are 5-1 the last 6 matchups, including the Week 17 game. And in that game, they did trail 14-0 and came back and won. But real quick, your thoughts on the Chiefs Bengals?
I think the Chiefs are going to set another record for the loudest stadium in the NFL today. I think that stadium is going to be loud since Joe Burrow said he wanted it loud. So they're going to give him what he wants. But I think the Chiefs win this game ultimately in the end. I don't think it's going to be like the Bills last week where they score 5 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes in overtime. But I think it'll be a decently good high-scoring game. I think it'll be an outcome of 35-24 where the Chiefs win it. I think they just pull away in the second half. I think the first half kind of drags out. They start off slow, and then the offenses start picking up.
You said 35-24, is that what you said?
Yes.
In the stream earlier with Jeremy, I picked the Chiefs to win 31-24 as well. A lot of factors on that. They are the home team, so it was good. It's going to take a lot for the Bengals to win this game. My keys to the game were for the Bengals to win. They can't have any turnovers.
Agree.
They can't settle for field goals. They have to score touchdowns.
Yeah, unless you force a turnover on the Chiefs and you can get points on the board, then yeah, you want to kick field goals, but you don't want to be kicking field goals every drive. It's not like the Titans. The Titans are a slow offense where they run the ball a lot. The Chiefs will kill you in the air and throw 500 yards on you.
Yeah, and they have to protect Burrow somehow during the season, during the year. They did give up 4 sacks in that game. I know against the playoff game they gave up 9 sacks against the Titans. They were 30th on the year, so they give up a ton of sacks. But if for some way they can protect Burrow today and give him time, I mean that game he still had 446 yards, 4 touchdowns, so he knows he can put up numbers.
Yeah, the Chiefs aren't a heavy blitzing team. I don't think they're going to get to him very much today. I know the Bengals probably improved on everything from last week where Burrow got sacked 9 times and got hit another 5-6 times in between. But I just think that the Chiefs defense with Tyrann Mathieu being back, that's going to be a change for them. Having him at safety and having him at cornerback and then linebacker when he lines up in that position. He lines up pretty much anywhere on the field, so that helps him a lot. So with that, I think him being back and hopefully not missing majority of the game because he missed everything from the first drive on last week, that'll make a difference making for the Chiefs today, where the Bengals know they're going to have to throw the ball a lot and get the ball in the air and score a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. My only key for the Chiefs, like we said, we do expect the Chiefs to win this game. As the Chiefs, the only thing I think that they'll beat themselves is if they turn the ball over.
Yeah, I agree. And honestly, like I said, I think the outcome of the score is 35-21, or 35-24. But I think the total yardage in this game is equal to over 1,000 yards. I believe it'll be. I think it'll be a really high yardage game where because both quarterbacks like to throw the ball, and I think you'll see combined 8 touchdowns at least.
Wow. So yeah, anything else on this game before we talk about the second game?
No, I mean, regardless who wins this game, I think they're going to be tough to beat in the NFC. Whoever they compete against, just for the fact that their offenses are as high offense as they are and can score as quick as they can.
Yeah. Then let's go to San Francisco and the Rams. I wanted to have Payo time on the earlier stream He said he's just kind of enjoying the day before he has his live stream.
Let the stress settle in.
Yeah, so absolutely. But San Francisco is actually 6-0 the last 6 games, including the 2 this year. Week 10, San Francisco won 31-10, and then in Week 18, San Francisco won in overtime 27-24 after trailing that game 17-0.
Yeah, today the Rams win. I think the Rams win this game convincingly. I think it's a 28-13 game. I don't think the Niners are going to be able to compete offensively enough. The Rams got the tape to watch from the Packers and to watch from the Dallas Cowboys on how to get to Jimmy G. He's got, I think, 1 passing touchdown in 2 games. And if they could stop the run and force him to throw the ball, which I think they're going to work on with Debo and Mitchell, that they're going to be able to have to force Jimmy G to throw the ball. And if he has to throw the ball a lot, I don't think he's going to be able to compete enough to win the game. Unless the Rams have turnovers and Stafford throws a few pick sixes, which in games he throws pick sixes, it's usually either a really bad game for them offensively or the defense just isn't doing their part. But I think that the Niners' luck is going to run out today. I think the Rams are going to play possibly the Chiefs again for the Super Bowl, with being a great matchup of both offenses playing.
Well, that's funny. Did you watch the stream from earlier?
I did not.
Because our score predictions were almost exact. Today I had, what'd you say, 28-13?
28-13.
I said 24-13 for the Rams as well.
You're reading my mind.
No, well, I went first.
You're reading my mind. You got to stop doing that because I had it in my mind all night.
But some of the keys here that I thought for the Rams, the Rams on defense definitely have to find a way to stop Deebo Samuel. In the first game, he had 10 touches, 133 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
In the second game, he had 12 touches, 140 yards, and a touchdown. Plus, he threw for a touchdown in that game as well.
I think like you said, they're going to have to stop Deebo in order to win this game for the Rams. If you let Deebo loose with kick returns, punt returns, running the ball, throwing the ball, passing the ball, I mean, Swiss Army knife, literally, then he's going to beat you. So they have to stop him from doing that. I think you're going to see someone probably following him around the field. Most likely probably going to be Jalen Ramsey. But if I wouldn't be shocked if you don't see like a Von Miller or someone trying to follow him around and having 2 guys watch him.
Yeah, my key for victory for the Rams today is that they can't allow any pick sixes or defensive touchdowns.
Absolutely.
They are dead last in the league. They ranked 32nd. They've given up 5 defensive touchdowns on the year.
Mm-hmm.
So that could hurt them, and including the first matchup in Week 10 when Jimmy Ward returned a pick 6. So but I agree with you. I expect the Rams to win today.
Yeah, no, I think the keys to the Niners winning and the Bengals, you got to win a turnover game, and you can't settle for field goals like you said. It's touchdown or nothing. You gotta be all in pretty much, and 4th downs are gonna probably be key. We saw it last week with the Buffaloes and Chiefs game where they won 4 on 4th down almost every time early in that game. So wouldn't be shocked if that's what you see a lot today with the Bengals, knowing that they got nothing to lose. I mean, they made it further than anyone expected them to, other than Cincinnati fans.
Right.
So why not go for it all? I mean, you have a chance to possibly win the Super Bowl, so go for it all and don't leave anything on the table.
Yeah, I'm not even sure Cincinnati fans expected this. I mean, I believe they went 4-11-1 last year.
Yeah.
And now this year they're in the AFC Championship game. So definitely a great young team. I don't think they're on the level of say Kansas City yet, but they're getting there. They definitely need some offensive line help, but
I agree.
Go ahead.
I agree. I mean, the Bengals, I think, would have the fastest turnaround too if they were to reach the Super Bowl for one season to the next with wins to losses. I mean, they went from a top 5 draft pick to possibly being either the second or the last pick in the draft in the first round. So that's game changer for sure. I mean, you got a lot of youth there. So regardless, if they don't win it this year, between them, the Chiefs, and the Bills, they're going to be the 3 teams I think that dominate the NFC or the AFC for a long, long time.
Yeah. So some other things I want to touch on before we end the stream here and the games getting ready to start here. Anything else on these two games before I bring up some other topics?
No, not at all. Let's bring up other topics.
Yeah. Okay. So we had yesterday. We had the announcement that Tom Brady is retiring, but then Brady comes out and said, "I haven't made a decision yet." So we don't know what's going on there. What were your thoughts when you heard the news he was retiring?
Not shocked.
Yeah.
Not shocked at all if he does, if it ends up being true. But if it ends up being that it's false and that he ends up coming back for another year, I wouldn't be shocked either by that.
And if he does come back, I had to look it up. His contract is void after this year, so technically he would be a free agent.
Yeah.
Where could you see him possibly going?
I don't see him really going anywhere, honestly.
So he'd stay in Tampa Bay?
It's either Tampa Bay or nothing, I don't think. I mean, I don't really see any team wanting to pay him enough money to possibly win a Super Bowl. And if they were to lose another Super Bowl, kind of like this year with Tampa Bay, you paid him how much money and you didn't do it. So I don't think he wants to go to another team and possibly restart all over again with rebuilding and redoing a whole team to offensively what he wants.
And I just wanted to look up the contract to be safe. Actually, he is under contract for this year, so if he does stay, Tampa Bay does own the rights to him.
Yep.
After the 22 season, his contract is void. So
which would be 45.
Right, which is when he said he wanted to play anyway.
Yeah.
But then we had some coaching hires. Brian Daboll gets hired by the Giants.
Yep.
I know Tyler, our buddy Tyler, is a big-time Giants fan. Daboll was second on his list. Behind Flores. Your thoughts on Daboll going into the Giants?
I think it's a good decision. I think it'll help Danny Dimes offensively. He worked with Josh Allen after the first year and helped redo him and get him to where he is now. So I think it'll offensively help Daniel Jones offensively read the field and play better.
Then Nathaniel Hackett, the Green Bay Packers offensive coordinator, is going to the Broncos. This one's questionable to me because just because an offensive coordinator was with Aaron Rodgers doesn't mean
it don't mean anything. I don't think it's a good hire, honestly. I know people that are Packers fans, and I don't think they were happy with that one either and kind of confused by it. But it could be one of those 1 year or 2 year decisions and kind of maybe move on or see what else comes about. But some of the hires are questionable and some of the firings are questionable right now. So I think right now it's kind of hard to see. I know that the Cowboys want to keep everybody, but I know Kellen Moore is probably going to end up being the one that walks. So I guess it kind of comes down to it is who hires who at this point now with what's left. I think, though, wherever Flores goes is where you see Deshaun Watson possibly go. So I think that is a big decision on where he goes and gets hired because I know he really wanted him in draft and he wanted him as getting traded for over Tua.
Right, agreed. I don't know if you saw the Raiders hired their new GM and hired Josh McDaniels to be their new head coach. That was coming down maybe an hour or so ago. So there's a hire. But Shawn Payton stepped down from the Saints. Thoughts on that one?
I think he'll end up being a analyst for a year or two until his contract's up with the Saints, and I think then he'll move on. I don't think he wanted to be part of a rebuilding process there with the Saints cap space issue and the fact that they have no youth.
Yeah, I looked at it in the first stream. I think they're like $75 million over the cap right now. So
they're deep.
Go ahead.
They're deep in cap space debt, and that's with a lot of free agents too on their team. So that could hurt them a lot too, with being that deep in the hole.
Yeah.
And with the Raiders hiring Josh McDaniels, I wouldn't be shocked if the Patriots don't step in again and offer him more money to stay there again so he doesn't leave once again. Because I know he had the Indianapolis job for about a day, and they stepped in and was like, here we go. What about this offer? And he stayed there. So I wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't stay again.
Well, see, that honestly, it would shock me because once they announced that there was interest by the Raiders. They were talking about that Belichick could bring back Bill O'Brien to be the offensive coordinator. So I think he's gone for good. Not for good. I mean, he left and came back once already. So, yeah,
it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, absolutely. So, thanks for jumping on. I know
no problem.
you guys were driving back from HC and had some stuff to take care of there, but I'll be back Thursday.
I'll be with you.
All right, good. So guys, enjoy the games. Shawn, I'll be texting you during the games.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
We'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.